Welcome to Cusick Park for the Camogie Division 3 final here in the 2002 primary schools games, and I must say that the referee is ready for us on this occasion, or we're ready for him. So all is in action now for the Ennis C.B.S. versus Ogonnelloe. Ogonnelloe in blue, Ennis C.B.S. in blue and gold, and it's the game here underway in Cusick Park. And first on the attack there is Danielle Kiley for Ogonnelloe, sending the ball towards the opposite side of the field, going very close to the sideline, comes off the flag. It's a line ball and an opportunity for Ogonnelloe to launch their first attack. That's Roisin O'Brien. Roisin placing the ball in a very careful position. Mentors on the background there as the ball is driven in towards the centre, whipped out the field. Certainly a good inciting encounter is anticipated in this game as the ball is sent in towards the centre. Ennis, I suppose, a little bit of home advantage here in Cusick Park, as that's Hannah Shaw sending it in towards the centre. Shot half blocked down. Coming back there to support her is Karen Foodie. Sent in by Niamh Kavanagh. In towards the centre it goes. Ogonnelloe under a little bit of pressure, but back there with their cornerback Del O'Grady, and O'Grady's first time delivery out to the opposite side of the field. Racing out there to get it is Roisin O'Brien. Roisin pushes it forward. Coming forward there is Rachel McCann for Ennis. Up along the opposite side of the field, O'Brien there. Roisin O'Brien has possession, strikes it over her shoulder, try to get it up towards her wing half back. That's Susan Vaughan, the team captain, and Susan's long delivery up towards the opposite corner of the field. The conditions ideal here, as you can see the supporters or the subs in the background there lying on the ground enjoying the encounter. Katrina Heaslip there for Ennis, pushing the back, looked to be there by Rachel McCann, but the referee leaving the play go on. Katrina Heaslip pushing it forward, getting it there to Katrina Connellan, and Connellan a good ball up towards this corner of the field. A little bit of holding going on there. The referee leaving play go on. Whipped inside, good save by the goalkeeper Regina O'Brien, bringing a good save there from Emma Burke as the ball is sent in towards this side of the field. Held nicely on this side of the field, sent forward again. The wing back Katrina Connellan tried to push it forward, cleared out there by Emer O'Brien, and a combination of O'Brien and McNamara in the defence for Ogonnelloe, and the referee calling back the play, and he's going to award the free, or is he going to throw it in? He's going to throw it in. A throw in between the number 5, who's Katrina Connellan, has possession, tries to get away from her would-be marker, sending it out towards the corner. Emer O'Brien working it out a little bit, push forward. Ogonnelloe certainly keeping the ball moving, as are Ennis, and the ball on the opposite side of the field with Katrina Connellan. Both players there wearing red helmets, a little bit of indistinction for a moment there, but the ball is eventually cleared out towards the opposite side of the field. Coming away the fullback Rachel McCann for Ennis, pushes it forward, one hand on the stick there by the centre half back Roisin O'Brien. Roisin gets it to Danielle Kiley, and Kiley first timing it up towards the corner. That's the number 2 there, Katrina Heaslip, beaten on that occasion. Ogonnelloe working it forward, still up, but Ennis redeeming the situation and getting it back down there with the Rachel McCann. Back to the centre it pulls, and nicely won inside by the cornerback Del O'Grady. Out to the centre it goes, picked along the ground there by Katrina Connellan. Connellan in possession, holding possession on the opposite side of the field, tries to turn inside the opposite number 5, Susan Vaughan, and the ball sent in towards the goals. In there is Emer O'Brien. Emer tried to work it out of trouble. Opportunity inside, and the ball in the back of the net. A score for Ennis. The defence there cut under pressure, and the ball sent to the back of the net. So the opening goal has come from Ennis. Emma Burke, the scorer there, putting the Ogonnelloe defence under pressure and striking it to the net. The puck out coming from Regina O'Brien out towards the centre, and certainly while Ogonnelloe has been stung by that goal, they need to come back into the game rather quickly. They're pushing it forward along towards this side of the field, and an opportunity maybe for them on this occasion. Flick forward there by their number 8, that's Danielle Kiley, in towards the centre. The ball cleared out again, back out again. It comes to Roisin O'Brien, and Roisin driving it up towards the corner flag, but the ball gone out over the end line and wide. So a puck out for Shauna Woods in the Ennis goals. Shauna with the puck out, straight down the centre. Clearance there by Gillian McNamara. Straight to the centre of the field to Danielle Kiley. Danielle beaten to it on that occasion. Back it comes in towards the centre. Racing back there to get it is Rushing O'Brien. Still Rushing being hooshed off the ball for Ogonnelloe. Rushing there battling for it with the opposite number 3. Katrina Heaslip. But it's actually won there by the number 5 Katrina Connellan, and Katrina I think has won herself the free, or has she been penalised? She's been penalised, so it's an opportunity for Rushing O'Brien. Rushing from Ogonnelloe. Striking this one goalwards. Held inside by the number 5, that's Katrina Connellan. Beaten to it there, looked to be tripped there on Rushing O'Brien, so it's a free in to Ogonnelloe. And the Declan Heaney coming in there to have a quick word with his player. He's making sure she's okay. Just to mention that to get to today's final, Ogonnelloe, well, they defeated Fecal, St. Tolas and Shannon as the free is about to be taken. Dropped in towards the goals, but it's gone out over the end line and wide. Suzanne Vaughan there taking the responsibility, but striking it to the right and wide. Ennis on their way to this final, they defeated Kilnamona, Knockaren and in Quinn in the Quinn in the semi-final. Knockaneen and Kilnamona and Quinn in the semi-final. So the ball back with the action there. Idel O'Grady flicked that ball forward for Ogonnelloe. Back there to Katrina Connellan. Still Connellan. Try to work her way forward. Shot half block down. Try to get it inside. Ogonnelloe trying to get it, work it out to Idel O'Grady. Out towards this side of the field. A one-handed swing there by the corner by the number 10. That's Hannah Shaw, but it's gone out over the end line and wide. Puck out from Regina O'Brien, not the best of puck outs, only goes a short distance. And the ball sent out over the end line again by Emma Burt there. Well, she did score a goal in the opening minutes, but that one going to the left and wide. So the puck out this time for Regina O'Brien, getting a little bit more length into the puck out on this occasion. Whipped there by Niamh Kavanagh. Cross towards the opposite side of the field. Battling for it is Idel O'Grady. Support play coming in from our fullback Gillian McNamara. And Gillian flicking it forward. Only goes out to Katrina Connellan, but it's won there by Ogonnelloe, and they work it out with trouble on this side of the field. Whipped forward by the opposite number 3, that's Rachel McCann. Comes up towards the side of the field. Back in towards the centre, McCann going back to cover her goal. The ball is sent up towards this side of the field, coming very, very close to the sideline, gone over the line, so a line ball to Ennis. As mentors and officials move their gear back off the line, so sideline cut taken. Not a very good one, but went where she intended. That's picked up there by Katrina Connellan. Connellan works the ball inside to Karen Foodie, but it's picked up by the cornerback Idel O'Grady. Idel O'Grady striking it towards this side of the field. Nobody here to pick it up for, but except an Ennis player, and that's the Ennis number 3, Rachel McCann. McCann in towards the corner. Certainly the defence of Ogonnelloe standing very, very firm. That goal conceded earlier on. Now it's Emma Burke again trying to get possession, despite the attentions there of Gillian McNamara, and back with the cornerback Idel O'Grady, who's been playing very, very well for Ogonnelloe. Striking that ball out to the opposite side of the field. Racing out to get it is Katrina Connellan. Her shot blocked down by the opposite number 5, Susan Vaughan. Vaughan's delivery up to the centre, whipped along the ground by Danielle Kiley. Try to get it back there, and winning it back is Niamh Kavanagh, and that ball gone very, very close to the sideline. Sideline cut on the opposite side of the field. Certainly an ideal day here for Camogie, and it's the last game of the afternoon here, in which we had 4 games. The ball dropped in around the edge of the square. One inside again by Burke, but that ball has gone out over the end line and wide. A good opportunity by Emma Burke to get her second goal of the game, but that one whizzed to the right and wide, so it's just a goal for Ennis and no scores so far for Ogonnelloe, even though they've been playing very, very well indeed. As the ball is driven in towards the centre, controlling it again is Idel O'Grady. Over on the opposite side of the field, Idel O'Grady still battling for it, getting it out the field, but gone over the sideline. And this is the full-back, Rachel McCann, coming up to take the sideline cut. Rachel to Katrina Canellan. One back by Susan Vaughan. Try to work her way out of trouble. Katrina Canellan and Susan Vaughan battling for it. Referee very close to the action. The ball driven inside and it's gone out over the end line and wide. So while the pressure has been put on by Ennis, they're not getting the scores. They just have scored a goal so far. Ogonnelloe finding the ball rather difficult to get into there. They're playing against the breeze in the first half. I think Ogonnelloe looking at the flags to see if the breeze has a major bearing on the game, but it looks like to be favouring Ennis in the opening half. Stalemate for a moment. And this is Gillian McNamara. Gillian Mack out to Roisin O'Brien. Push forward. Certainly Ogonnelloe trying desperately to get that ball past her own half of the field, get it out there. This occasion they're moving it forward with Danielle Kiley. Into the centre it goes, but I think the referee has called back the play and the ball has crossed the line on the opposite side of the field. The linesman over there indicating a line ball, so a line ball to Ennis. Mentors calling out the instructions on the opposite side of the field as they move forward with Niamh Kavanagh. Whipped inside nicely, a ball driven in towards the goals, but it whisks off the post and it goes out over the end line and wide. That was a very close call there for Ogonnelloe, but the ball going for them luckily to the left of the post and wide. So Ennis still with the goal lead here in this Division 3 Camogie final in Cusack Park as they push forward again. Ogonnelloe's Mairead Vaughan, good ball inside, try to get it in there towards Danielle Kiley, comes back out towards this side of the field. Control and possession there by Roisin O'Brien, trying to get in towards her forwards. Maybe this is an opening opportunity for Ogonnelloe, but the defence there of Rachel McCann and company working that ball out of trouble. Comes out to this side of the field where Susan Vaughan has the team captain for Ogonnelloe, driving it towards this side of the field, still in play. Whip forward to Katrina Canellan, leaves the ball behind her. Roisin O'Brien is back there for Ogonnelloe, but it's Canellan with the delivery up to the centre, tries to get her forwards in motion, try to get it inside towards Emma Burke, but the ball sent away by Adele O'Grady. Out it comes again, ricochets off one of the Ogonnelloe players, very very close to the sideline on this side of the field. Nicely picked up on this side of the field by the number 7 Karen Foodie. Send in and send over the bar. A great point by Karen Foodie, right out on the sideline, struck it in and send it over the bar. Puck out on its way, down in the centre. Referee just checking the watch there as that ball is driven in again by Katrina Canellan. A goal and a point to no score, and the clearance there by Gillian McNamara. Out to the centre, coming to support it there is Adele O'Grady. Adele O'Grady pulling on it first time, driving it up towards the full forward position. One there by the opposite full back, Rachel McCann. Shot half blocked down. Possession on this side of the field, vital if it's to be won by Danielle Kiley. Kiley tried to get it into the centre, push forward with that ball gone out over the end line and wide. Despite the best efforts there of Roisin O'Brien and Danielle Kiley, that ball going to the left and wide. The puck out on its way, quickly taken, long puck out. Adele O'Grady back there battling for it all the way. Karen Foodie inside, the goalkeeper gets a stick to it, but the ball is gone to the back of the net. The ball in the net, so it's the second goal for Emma Burke. I think it's the second goal for Ennis as well. It's 2 goals and a point to no score, and certainly Ogonnelloe now with a mountain to climb, but well, there's battling qualities in the girls from the Tipperary Clare border, so to speak, and Ogonnelloe still keeping these Ennis girls at bay as the ball is driven in there by Karen Foodie, who scored a glorious point midway through the half. Now an opportunity for a sideline cut for Ennis, to be taken by their fullback Rachel McCann out on the sideline here beneath her commentary position. Rachel McCann strikes that one, not a good one. It's going close to the end line. It's gone out over the end line despite the best efforts there of Emma Burke. Well, she has scored 2 goals. She was aiming to get to the end of that one, but successfully on that occasion the ball that beat her out over the line. So it's a puck out for Regina O'Brien, and the puck out comes straight down the centre to Roisin O'Brien. Roisin tries to push it forward. Katrina Kennellan in there. Katrina battling for it. Likewise Danielle Kiley straight in the centre. Hardy pulling in there, eventually cleared away by Edel O'Grady. Out to the opposite side of the field, and as I said earlier on, Edel playing very well indeed. Send out towards the sideline, kept in play on the opposite side of the field by Katrina Kennellan. Katrina Kennellan dropping it in towards the centre. Edel O'Grady getting a stick on the ball inside again towards the danger woman Burke. But that ball cleared out safe, half to safety this time by Edel O'Grady. She's certainly playing her part in the cornerback position. Clearing it out towards the centre. Missed in the middle of the field by Niamh Kavanagh. Retrieved there for Ogonnelloe by their number 8, Danielle Kiley. And whipped away by Danielle Kiley. But there's nobody up there except the opposite full-back. That's Rachel McCann. McCann striking it in low towards the full forward. Player down on the deck at the moment, but she's okay. She's picking herself up nicely as the ball is won on this side of the field by the girl with the red helmet and the ponytail, and that's the number 5, Katrina Kennellan. Shot blocked down inside. Good defending by Gillian McNamara and company, and particularly Edel O'Grady. But it's McNamara coming away with the ball, leaving the ball behind her. Won back by the opposite girl wearing the red helmet is Emma Burke, and Burke battling for it, getting it inside, cleared away first time by Roisin O'Brien. Up towards the centre, won by Rachel McCann. Rachel racing across the centre and leaving the ball behind her to Susan Vaughan. Vaughan in turn dispossessed by McCann, and it's won back by Kennellan. Cleared away by Danielle Kiley, and Danielle first timing it up the centre towards her number 5, who is Susan Vaughan. Vaughan, a good ball inside to Niamh Keaveney, and Keaveney striking it across towards this side of the field. There's an opportunity for maybe Ogonnelloe, but winning back the ball are the girls of Ennis, and they loses possession again. Cleared out the field, whipped it on the ground. Good honest to goodness ground camogie, or ground hurling here in Cusack Park, as the ball is won back on the opposite side of the field by Katrina Kennellan. Kennellan up towards the centre it goes, where Roisin O'Brien has it for Ogonnelloe. Strikes it in towards the centre. Back there with Rachel McCann. McCann shot half blocked down. Clearance by Casey McMahon, and it goes forward again for Ennis as they try to get their maybe 3rd goal of the game. But it's Ogonnelloe winning the ball back. This is good end-to-end camogie, and on this side of the field we have Ennis in possession, being hooshed off the ball. I think it was Katrina Kennellan on that occasion, not too sure on that, but the ball is sent in towards Emma Burke, cleared out by the cornerback Edel O'Grady. Support play coming in from Emer O'Brien, whipped in field by Foodie, but that ball has gone out over the end line and wide. Karen Foodie there scored a great point from the sideline. Now that ball struck out over the end line and wide. Puck out quickly taken by Regina O'Brien. Regina O'Brien to Edel O'Grady. O'Grady's delivery up towards the opposite side of the field towards Niamh Keaveney. Keaveney tried to flick it forward. Flicks it forward to a colleague. The colleague is Susan Vaughan. And Vaughan keeping it on the ground. Beaten to it on this occasion by the opposite number 6, Niamh Kavanagh. Up towards the centre. This is good camogie as Mairead Vaughan has it for Ogonnelloe. Whipped away there by Katrina Heaslip. Out towards the centre it goes, and picked up by the opposite number 5, Susan Vaughan. Susan walks into a couple of challenges, flicks it forward. There's nobody inside waiting for it except Katrina Heaslip, and that ball gone out at the expense of a 45. Certainly both of these teams putting in a brave effort. That's Roisin O'Brien, and that ball struck inside, and we have another 45. And now Ennis are under pressure, even though they lead by 2 goals and a point to no score. But Ogonnelloe not throwing in the towel, and certainly that ball is driven inside again by Roisin O'Brien. Half blocked inside, tried to get a stick to it there was Niamh Keaveney, but it's won by Ennis, and we have the half-time whistle here in an exciting first half in which Ennis lead by 2 goals and a point to no score. Welcome back to the second half of Division 3 final here in Cusack Park. At half time, it's Ennis 2-1, Ogonnelloe no score, and Ogonnelloe certainly needing to get an earlier score or two to settle down the second half, but it's won there by goalkeeper Shauna Woods for Ennis, and she clears the ball right down the centre. Ogonnelloe, as I said, needing a score. That's Emer O'Brien there trying to push it forward. Support play with Roisin O'Brien. Back there with Susan Vaughan, the team captain. The ball going very, very close to the line. And one on the opposite side of the field by the goalkeeper, Shauna Woods, out of her goals and driving the ball forward. Missed inside by the fullback, Gillian McNamara. Shot half blocked down. Rebounds off Gillian McNamara out at the expense of a 45, I think. Even the umpires weren't back in the action. They're a bit late arriving back, but they're back in the action now. And this is the goalkeeper for Ogonnelloe, Regina O'Brien, to take the resultant 45. Striking it in towards the goals. One nicely inside by Karen Foodie, dropping it in towards the goals. Whipped inside by Emma Burke. Flicked out there by Roisin O'Brien. Inside it goes, and the ball eventually going out over the end line and wide. And certainly the first half, a very exciting half. Will the second half be equally as exciting? Roisin O'Brien there trying to get a stick on that one. Emma Burke battling for a score of 2 goals a goal in the opening half. As the ball is won on this side of the field by Ogonnelloe, trying to push it forward, an opportunity maybe of a score, as Danielle Kiley battling for it there. Susan Vaughan battling for it. Coming away with it for Ennis is the blonde Katrina Canellan. Katrina sending it across to the opposite side of the field towards Foodie, but she's been doing that occasion. Now comes the goalkeeper, Regina O'Brien, coming out of her goals, coming a long way up the field. Regina tried to show the forwards how it's done and driving it forward. On this side of the field, won by Ogonnelloe. Across towards this side of the field. And the ball going very, very close to the line. Back with Ogonnelloe's number 8, Danielle Kiley. But it's won again by Shauna Woods. I may have called her Regina O'Brien, apologies for that. This is Shauna Woods, the CBS goalkeeper, actually coming up, darting runs. Shauna Woods showing the forwards how it's done, even though they lead by 2 goals and a point to no score. This is Karen Foodie. Still Karen Foodie, shot half blocked down. Gets a second attempt at it. Going very close to the line, gone over the sideline. Sideline ball to be taken by Rachel McCann on the opposite side of the field. To be taken by Gillian McNamara. I thought for a moment there it was an Ennis ball, but it's a Ogonnelloe ball, and it's Gillian McNamara. Casey McMahon. Gillian McNamara. On this side of the field, it's Ogonnelloe again back under pressure, but they're weathering the storm. Roisin O'Brien there trying to get a clearance on that one. That ball sent in, but it's gone out over the end line and wide. So a puck out on its way from Regina O'Brien. 2 Ennis players going for the same ball, and they almost mix it up between them, but luckily for them they hold on to possession. That's Rachel McCann. Emer O'Brien battling for it. Whipped it on the ground in towards the centre. Ogonnelloe defence there of Roisin O'Brien working it out a little bit. Ogonnelloe now trying, but the goalkeeper out of her goals, and out actually at the moment playing outfield as Shauna Woods. Leaves the ball behind her. Won there by Mairead Vaughan. Still Mairead Vaughan flicking it forward. Coming back out to Shauna Woods, and Shauna's first time delivery right down the centre. In towards the goals, towards Emma Burke, and that one gone out over the end line and wide. The cornerback for Ogonnelloe there, Emer O'Brien, has picked up An injury. She's back in the action. Roisin O'Brien. It's a little bit of stalemate for a moment. Instructions being shouted from the sidelines as Emma Burke tries to get a room to swing a stick. Flicks it in towards the goals, but it's gone out over the end line and wide. Puck out on its way by, is it Adele O'Grady, I think, going to take the puck out? Yes. Adele O'Grady with the long puck out. Straight there to Shauna Woods. Shauna Woods coming up the field with the ball. Still Shauna. The referee penalised her for catching the ball twice. But the referee is calling back the play and it's a free to Shauna Woods there, penalised for over carrying, so it's a free to Susan Vaughan. Good delivery inside. Casey McMahon. There's Katrina Connellan. Shot blocked down. Still Connellan. Gives the ball straight to the opposite number 5, Susan Vaughan. Drops it inside. Danielle Kiley battling for it. This Casey McMahon. Looked to be a little bit of a push in the back there, but the referee leaving play go on as the ball comes back to Karen Foodie. Over to the opposite side of the field to Emer O'Brien, back in the action following her injury. Towards the side of the field, Casey McMahon. Nicely controlled there. Dropping it in towards the forward division, but it's gone out over the end line and wide. Adele O'Grady with the puck out. Into the centre towards Danielle Kiley. Whipped along there by Roisin O'Brien. Out comes Shauna Woods. Certainly the goalkeeper has made a big difference to the Ennis girls in the second half, delivering the ball in towards the forward division. Emma Burke battling for it in there, not getting her own way, so to speak, despite the best efforts there of O'Grady and O'Brien and McNamara. But it's Burke with the ball, whipped away there by Adele O'Grady, playing very well at cornerback from start of the game. Whipped there by Roisin O'Brien. Karen Foodie battling for it. That's Emer O'Brien. That's Katrina Connellan. Nice ball inside and danger here for a moment. There's a number 14 there, Sinead Bain on the Ennis team. Loose ball inside to Burke. Emma Burke tried to work her way around inside, but not getting the liberty she would like from the opposite fullback, Gillian McNamara. And eventually cleared away there by, half cleared the ball, eventually finished to the back of the net by Sinead Bain. Well, the pressure on the defence there, and Bain getting her opening score. Sinead Bain. As the puck out comes, Adele O'Grady's puck out. This is Shauna Woods. Still Shauna Woods. Tries to chip one player, but now is beaten to there by Susan Vaughan. Susan Vaughan. Back goes to Roisin O'Brien. Tries to get it back towards Susan Vaughan. Shot half blocked down. Out with the ball comes the fullback Gillian McNamara. McNamara across towards this side of the field. Pick forward there by Danielle Kiley. That's Susan Vaughan, the team captain, but beaten on that occasion by Katrina Connellan. And the referee penalises Karen Foodie as she threw the ball up and caught it again. So it's a free to Ogonnelloe. 3 goals and a point to no score. Well taken, free, dropped in towards the goal, danger for a moment, but inside there is Shauna Woods. Shauna coming out the field with the ball. Still Shauna Woods, tries to get away from a would-be marker, Roisin O'Brien. Send up the field. Karen Foodie. Gillian McNamara pushes it forward there to Susan Vaughan. Vaughan inside, a loose player waiting for it inside. Maybe an opportunity. Nowhere to go for Daniela Kiley. Shot blocked down. Danielle going back to collect it. This is Roisin O'Brien dropping it in towards the goals. An opportunity for Niamh Keaveney, but the shot half blocked down. Shauna Woods out on the opposite side of the field, clears it first time. Up towards Karen Foodie, her shot is blocked down in turn. This is Roisin O'Brien. In over the head of the forward. But one on this side of the field by Katrina Connellan. Back with Gillian McNamara. Rachel McCann. Roisin O'Brien. And eventually worked into the centre to Susan Vaughan. Vaughan's shot drops inside and it's gone out over the end line and wide. It did take a deflection, I think, at the expense of a 45, so, or did it? No, it's gone for a puck out to be taken by Shauna Woods, who has played more outfield in the second half than in goals. And the referee there not awarding the free. Katrina Connellan down in towards the goals, cleared out by Shauna Woods. There's a player on the ground, so the referee will call back the play and check the welfare of one of the Ennis players. Referee calling for the ball. I think he's going to throw this one in. We start play with a throw in between the two number 5s, Katrina Connellan and Susan Vaughan. Sent in field by Susan, sent in towards Sinead Bain, and that ball gone out over the end line. Sinead there trying to keep the ball in play, but it went out over the end line and wide, so a puck out on its way for Ogonnelloe. Edel O'Grady. Coming towards this side of the field. This is Karen Foodie. Beaten to there by Susan Vaughan. Nobody back there for Ogonnelloe, but the ball ricochets in towards the centre. And certainly the Ennis girls not finding the scores.
What you say? I did, yeah. Well, they didn't know. I didn't have time to ring since I was to ring it.
Puck out by Regina O'Brien. And the referee calling back the play and awarding the free. So a late challenge there on the Ogonnelloe girls. So it's a free to Ogonnelloe and Roisin O'Brien to take it. Rushing, striking it in towards the goals. It's gone in and gone over the bar. The opening point of the game for Ogonnelloe coming from Roisin O'Brien. And certainly, maybe there's a way back now. There's just the 3 goals separating the teams. And Roisin O'Brien again, no, not this. Roisin is Danielle Kiley on this occasion. Back there to Susan Vaughan, striking it in towards the goals. maybe an opportunity of a score, but out comes Shauna Woods. Right down the centre. Niamh Kavanagh coming across towards this side of the field. Karen Foodie. Burke is inside, lurking on the edge of the square, but didn't get to it on that occasion. Gillian McNamara and company working it out of trouble. It's Gillian Mack pulling in the first time, and the ball going very, very close to the sideline. Whipped in towards the centre. Certainly Ennis moving the ball around a lot, but back there with Adele O'Grady. Played very, very well. That's Danielle Kiley, won again by Shauna Woods. Right down the centre. Picked up nicely on this side of the field. That's a good ball inside towards the goalkeeper. She's out of her goals. And inside there is Laura Casey, but she didn't get the clearance. It's cleared away by Shauna Woods. Very close to the line on the opposite side of the field. Picking it up there is Susan Vaughan. Driving it in towards the goals. Loose player inside. An opportunity maybe for a goal, but Shauna Woods there back on the goal line and clearing the ball right down the centre. Cross towards this side of the field. A race for possession. Shoulder to shoulder as they come from this side of the field. Flick nicely forward. This is honest to goodness Camogie, and certainly been played in a good spirited performance by both teams. Roisin O'Brien across there to Susan Vaughan. Vaughan from way out the field drops it in, but it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. Shauna Woods. Over there to Emer O'Brien. Beaten on that occasion by Linda McDermott. The girl wearing number 11 is Linda McDermott, but the ball gone out over the line, so it's a line ball on the opposite side of the field. That's Rachel McCann. Take the sideline cut. Gillian McNamara there trying to get a stick on that one. See, there's a substitution in the game as well. The Ennis girls seem to be wearing almost a similar colour too. There's 13, that's Geraldine Maroney in the game for Ennis. She's almost wearing a similar colour to the Ogonnelloe girls, but we continue with the action. That's Roisin O'Brien. Roisin O'Brien to Danielle Kiley. Danielle to Susan Vaughan. In towards the goals. In there is Rebecca Peacock. This is Rebecca Peacock into the action. Rebecca Peacock trying desperately to get this ball inside. Still Rebecca Peacock. An opportunity maybe for a goal. The defence there under pressure. And that's Laura Casey battling for it with the goalkeeper Shauna Woods. Out it goes to Kylie. Kylie in towards Vaughan. Susan Vaughan from way out the field strikes it in, but it's gone out over the end line and wide. Referee checking the watch. Very little time remaining, I'm sure, in this Division 3. As the ball is struck inside, it's got in and it's gone over the bar. A great point, a well taken point. I think it's Susan Vaughan, the scorer, the team captain, but certainly a well taken point from out the field. Yes, the scorer all right is Susan Vaughan. The second point for Ogonnelloe as the puck out on its way from Shauna Woods. Right down the centre. Controlling it there is Roisin O'Brien. Good control by Roisin. Remember their side still trailing by, I think it's there was a vital goal scored in the first half, so referee has blown the whistle. He's awarding a free to Ennis. I make it 3 goals and a point to 2 points, and this is Shauna Woods for Ennis. Will you think about scoring maybe from that distance, dropping this one in, and she has sent it over the bar, so it's 3 goals and 2 points to 2 points, and certainly the Ennis side very much in control as the white flag is raised here in Cusack Park. The puck out on its way from Ogonnelloe Grady. We're inside the last minute and a half or thereabouts to go in this game, as Ennis have this game well and truly won at this stage. Is there a comeback in Ogonnelloe, or will they score a goal just to put a respectable look on the scoreboard? Well, that's the question being asked around Cusack Park as Gillian McNamara try to work it outfield. Stalemate for a moment. There's nobody too anxious to make a move, and the ball there with Danielle Kiley very, very close to her end line. Emer O'Brien still very close to the end line, kept in play over there by Karen Foodie, sends across towards the centre, whipped away there by Ogonnelloe Grady, and she has certainly played her part in this game of Camogie, as she has been an excellent defender. That ball is driven inside. That's the girl wearing number 13, Geraldine Maroney for Ennis, but that ball drops in and drops out over the end line and wide. Actually, Geraldine is wearing the colour very close to the Ogonnelloe colours, but nonetheless we know that it's Geraldine Maroney wearing the number 13 for Ennis. So puck out on its way for Ogonnelloe Grady. And with that we have the full-time whistle. So the Division 3 Camogie winners here in Cusack Park. Ennis, the scoreline of 3 goals and 2 points to Ogonnelloe's 2 points.
Rachel McGann. Right, a gwini ushla a corda gwael galer, Cade Mila Falcher Roiv, Quig, Comortus, Camogirta, na Bunskalana, Ryan a 3. Tresliam Gamur, le Gok Colleen in Yov, a dimmer Gersar Va, and we are in Berkshire. Vi Kaidon honor Camogirta, agus Bakor Gok Tishmahor, agus Gok Muntorve, Sar Vrodul, as na Colleen Galer in Yov. Mahagriv. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like to congratulate both teams today on such an excellent display of skillful camogie. Girls, you were excellent. Congratulations. Well done to Ogonnelloe. I must say I have a mental picture of Ogonnelloe Grady clearing the ball that was coming in very high. So Edel and all the girls from Ogonnelloe, you did your school and parish proud. Congratulations. To the Ennis C.B.S, congratulations. You were powerful today. To Shauna Woods, I must say you were excellent. Shauna, you're excellent in defence and excellent in attack. So congratulations, Shauna. I would like to thank all the teachers from Ogonnelloe and the Ennis C.B.S for doing such wonderful work. And without further ado, I would like to present Rachel McGann with her trophy. Right, Rachel, listen, it's all yours.
Tá áras an Kearnsha a ghlacha on behalf of CBS Ennis. What's it? I'd like to say 3 cheers for Ogonnelloe. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Oh, I'd like to thank the teachers as well.
Right, Rachel. No, those are your medals, Rachel, for your team. Right, Rachel, if you go down this way again, please.
Hannah Shaw, Linda McDermott, Emma Burke, Niamh Kavanagh, Karen Foodie, Niamh Byrne, Rachel Pine, Aisling Ford, I can't remember you, Shauna Woods, Casey McMahon, Geraldine Maroney, Sinead Ban, Rona Duffy, Emer, Marie, and Neo.
Will you name out your team? Well done. Now stand here with your back. Now. And congratulations, well done. A great game, and those are your medals.
Regina O'Brien, Adele O'Grady, Gillian McNamara, Emma O'Brien, Roisin O'Brien, Mairead Vaughan, Danielle Kiley, Niamh Keaveney, Laura Casey, Margaret O'Brien, Geraldine O'Brien, Rebecca Peacock, Rebecca Longrigan, Gemma Hines, Maria O'Brien.
Bring your medals with you.
Okay, Danielle, come here. Tell Regina.
They held them well.
Yeah. Well, I didn't make a ball. I was taking the sound from above.